Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is another weight loss update for you all. So first and foremost, I will apologise. I didn't manage to put up a video last week. I was planning to. I filmed the video but I didn't have time to edit it. I was like so busy. I had I think 3 days off, but I ended up being quite busy for some of them, and there was a few days where I didn't actually feel like doing anything, even though I did film the video on one of the days. I didn't feel like doing anything, but then afterwards I was then so busy I didn't get time to edit it at all. So we'll start off sort of with last week and then I'll do this week. So this is going to be a weight update for week 110 and 111. So I got weighed on Tuesday the 21st of March, and actually that week I wasn't even going to go to group. I thought I was going to take a day off, but I ended up not taking the day off work, so I thought I would go. I don't think I've got that many holidays left actually with them, so I thought best thing was to save what I do have and possibly just go, which is what I ended up doing. And I actually stayed for group that day, so I shall show you what happened without trying to show you the other week. So as you can see here, I stayed the same. So I stayed at 13 stone 8 with 13.5 pound loss. So I wasn't happy with that. You know, I kind of knew that was probably what was going to happen after speaking to you the other week about this kind of weird pattern. So I kind of expected that. So I'll move straight on to what happened this week, just so I can show, just get that bit done. And if I show you just here, I gained, yes, so I gained a pound, which brings me to 13.9, so losing only 12.5 pounds. So in my last video I was kind of explaining that I had my birthday, which was just Monday just gone. So I was kind of not really thinking I was going to lose anything, to be honest. I couldn't see anything like that happening. So I did say in group that my plan really was to try and maintain if that's going to be possible. But really I think the main issue was that even though I was careful with everything that I had on Monday, which I didn't have an awful lot, but my dinner was very substantial, I actually think that it was probably too soon to weigh, because the amount of food that I had was just horrendous. Well, it wasn't horrendous, but it was quite loads. I ended up having a 3-course meal, which generally I wouldn't usually do, but because I was out for my birthday, I don't usually go out to dinner that much, so I thought, yeah, why not? So I had a 3-course meal. We shared 3 starters. So I kind of thought after that, I think this is not going to go well. And then for main I had steak, and then for dessert I had orange and chocolate brioche bread and butter pudding with custard. So I kind of knew that was going to happen, but not only that, I couldn't, sorry if you don't want to hear this, but I couldn't go to the toilet either. So I had 2 days of not being able to go to the toilet, which probably did not help. That could have contributed a little bit to it as well. But all in all, food wise, last week I don't think I did all that bad. But I wasn't counting sins. I just can't seem to get back into the counting sins at the moment. I don't know why, but I mean, I'm still having my healthy extras A and B, but I'm just not counting sins. I'm just trying to be careful, and I'm still like on my fitness pal, so I can see how many calories I'm having. So on Monday I was like well over the calories. I think I was like 900 calories over that day, which is quite a lot for me. That's even more than what I would have usually on a treat day, so it's a lot more. So I don't know whether that played a part in it or not. I'm not really sure. I don't know, but I enjoyed myself, so you know, it doesn't matter. What else? Yes, that was that part of it. So when I went to group last week, I picked up this recipe book, the free and easy recipe book. I haven't had a chance to look through it at all really. I mean I looked at it a couple of weeks ago and put it back, and then I decided to go for it in the end. And a few recipes in here which kind of caught my eye when I looked the other week, but at the moment I haven't really looked through it, and I seem to buy recipe books and then do nothing with them, so I've got to try and, you know, sort through some sort of recipes and maybe do a couple, and then when I've done them and see how they are, tweak them and then maybe film them for you all. I also picked up the new magazine, which I think came out a couple of weeks ago actually. So I picked it up, and yet again I haven't had a good look through. In actual fact, I don't think I've barely looked through it. I think my friend might have looked more through it than me, which is a bit worrying. But yeah, I've had this a couple of weeks now, so yeah, last week, so it is nearly a couple of weeks, sort of week and a half. So I will try and have a look. I have some time off next week, so I will have a look through that. Also, when I filmed my video for you last week, I forgot to bring these into the room, so I was busy explaining how I bought them but hadn't shown them to you, so I thought at least this way, refilming, you will see what I bought as opposed to me trying to explain it to you. What else? And I also bought from Group, which is all the way on the other side of the table, I got some of these new hi-fi bar lights that had just come in, and I really quite like them. They're I know they're gluten-free ones, which is apparently the first gluten-free bars that Slimming World have done. And the only thing I would say, I really like them, but they feel like there's not as much in them. They feel really quite light, so you know, I've ended up eating not a whole box yet. I've had them since yesterday, so I had 2 yesterday, do 2 today, and I've literally only got 2 left, but they're kind of quite small. I think they're just a normal size actually than the other hi-fi bars. I don't think they're any sort of smaller, but they just feel a bit smaller, but they just feel like there's not as much in them. They feel quite light, so you could easily probably eat a whole packet of them, so I shall warn you all. But they're really nice. They've got like chocolate, milk chocolate, and it's got like a mocha flavour, and it's got like white chocolate over the top. So yeah, they're really I quite like them, but I just wish there's more chew to them. It's not really, they're not very chewy as such. But I think that might be because they're gluten free and they can't put the same sort of ingredients in that are in all the other hi-fi bars. But yeah, they're very nice. It's a shame they're only limited edition. All the limited edition ones are so good and they never bring them back, apart from the mint ones. But I'm not a great lover of mint, so I wouldn't be upset if those went. But I mean, I still have them, but you know, some of the other ones are nice. So I hope that actually they might consider keeping them because they're gluten free. I don't know, possibly. So yeah, so also I wanted to talk about, which I talked about in my last video. I was looking at my book, but I didn't actually write any notes, which was a mistake, but never mind. But I wrote a few notes, but not ones that I'm looking for. Yeah, I was going to say was that I had my appointment with a gynecologist last week, and I think that was on Thursday. That was the day I actually did my filming afterwards. I filmed it afterwards. Anyway, of course, the whole day before that and the actual day, my appointment wasn't until 3, and I was really quite apprehensive and nervous, which is why I feel like 2 of my days off ended up being kind of wasted, because I was kind of worrying about what the appointment was going to be. So I think that's probably the other reason why the video never went up. But if I'd done it on the Wednesday, I think it would have gone up. You know, I would have got it edited and stuff that evening, but never mind. So anyway, I had the appointment, and yeah, they went on forever. I don't know what they were doing. They had a good rummage around. I'm sorry if you guys don't want to know. I'm sure there's some guys that do watch me, but I think that basically the doctor said that there might be a polyp there, and they had a good rummage around, and after about 5 minutes they said, oh, we can't see a polyp. And then she was saying to her assistant, can you come and have a look? And then they were asking for bits of equipment and God knows what it was. But the whole thing was just so uncomfortable that I was actually getting to the point where I was actually about to say to them, can you stop, you know, because it was really awful. it wasn't painful, it's just uncomfortable, but they were rummaging around for like 5 minutes. I haven't got a clue what they were doing. I just feel like they're something moving and scraping stuff. It's just really bizarre. But anyway, the outcome of it is that I don't have a polyp, and that wasn't why I had the bleeding. The only thing that basically she could suggest was that I have been on my pill that I'm on for a very long time. I've been on it since I was 17 years old, and she actually recommended that I come off of it, which at the moment I'm rather kind of apprehensive about, and she said to go and make an appointment and speak to my doctor about it, so that's probably what I'm going to have to do. Other than that, I'm continuing to take it because I'm not sure at the moment. I have to speak to my doctor before I can make any decisions, and then we'll see how it goes. But I do kind of wonder, I don't know if any of you lot are on the pill or anything like that, contraceptive pill, but do you find that it kind of makes it more difficult to lose weight? I don't know, but I mean, I put on a lot of weight, but I don't know if it was down to that, why I put the weight on. Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest, but I just feel like it's that much more difficult to lose weight, and I don't know if it's because of that. If I come off of it, you know, it might just all fall off. I doubt it would, to be honest, but I'd like to believe that. So if you know, let me know down below any of your experiences with it, you know, make me feel that it's okay to come off of it. I don't know. So yeah, maybe it's just, I don't know, when you've been on something so long, it's very difficult to know what to do. So anyway, I'm going to kind of end the video now, because I don't want to go on for ages and have ages, you know, a whole load of hours trying to edit or anything. So I'm going to keep it fairly short, and I will probably see you next week. I'm not getting weighed in next week because I'm off. Whether I go to group or not, I don't know, but whatever happens, you'll have a picture of scales, or you will see that I have been to group. So I'm not really sure at the moment what I'm going to do, but I shall let you all know next week. So I hope you're all having a lovely week. Let me know how you're all getting on this week. Comment down below, and I shall see you next week. Bye.